Season for New Year's resolutions, and one of the most popular is dry January. People promise to sober up for a full month to start the year, and some people swear by it, saying it can work as a detox for your body.
Yeah, our health expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, is joining us this morning to tell us a little bit more about dry January and how it all started. Good morning, Dr. Kohli.
Good morning. Are you guys doing dry January?
No. Wet January. Wet January it is.
This is a week of celebration. Yes. We are not letting the resolutions get in the way.
Well, I would encourage you to try it even for a week. So the way that it sort of came about, 2013, Public Health Initiative. They said the idea here is not moral judgment. The idea here is not to say, oh, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol, but just to try to understand how alcohol reacts in your body. Oh. So taking a break for a month, which can A, make a habit, and B, it's kind of recovery time from November and December when you've been drinking more, can really give you a lot of insight.
Where did this even start in the first place? Like, who was the first person that was like, I just want to take a good break and I'm going to coin it dry January?
So the UK, this group, this public health group said, we're really going to start to decrease cancer because, as we know, alcohol is one of the most preventable causes of cancer. And they said, let's try this for a month and see if people can not drink alcohol. Now, what was surprising is that not only did it change your behavior, but it also had a lot of health benefits. So you saw that people started to lose weight, their energy was better, they slept better, they were less moody, they had less heartburn, they had fewer palpitations. So it really sort of caught on. And now it's become a trend where people say, okay, January is the time to reset. We've been drinking a lot over the holidays. Now's the time to do it.
It is a good reset. I know a lot of my neighbors are doing dry January right now. And I get it. You know, we had all these parties and you have all the, holidays in there. And so they're like, I just need a reset. I'm not doing it. But they swear by the health benefits, like losing weight and like better skin, better sleep, all of the things.
Clear mind.
Well, and I'll say it doesn't even have to be the whole month. So if the idea of doing a whole month is really overwhelming or intimidating to you, do a week. Because we can start to see some of the health benefits emerge in early as a week. So the sleep benefits, the energy, the mood, the reflux, the palpitations. Now, when you go a month, you start to see the weight loss, less, more insulin sensitivity, cardiometabolic benefits, less risk of something called atrial fibrillation, reduced cancer risk. So the longer you do it, the better. But if you're like, hey, I just want to try a few days, even that's enough to try to understand how your body reacts to alcohol.
Why does our body react this way whenever we get rid of the alcohol? How does alcohol really impact us in the way that we don't see?
It's really variable for many people, but for most people, it's going to increase your heart rate. It's going to increase your blood pressure. So it's funny because I see patients in the office, I can actually tell when they've had a drink the night before.
Really?
Yeah, because their blood pressure will be higher the next day and their body's in a slight, what's called withdrawal state. So immediately it increases your blood pressure, your heart rate. Of course, in the long term, it can cause those reflux symptoms I talked about, irritation and gastritis. It affects your sleep right away. So even though people say I sometimes have a nightcap to help me sleep a little bit better, the quality of that sleep that you're getting is so much worse that when you stop drinking that alcohol, you'll really see that energy, the mood level out, the sleep improve.
Last question. I have noticed though, like sometimes when people do dry January, then they get crazy in February, right? Like even there was a point in time where I was like, okay, we're not going to drink during the week. But then on weekends, I'd realize instead of having just like my half a glass of wine, I'd have 3 because I'm like, oh, I got to make up for it. And then I can't drink again for 5 days. I mean, talk about like, I am a mother of 2, okay? Mama needs like a glass of wine every once in a while.
I appreciate the honesty. I love it.
But like then, some people I know they do dry January and then February, they go crazy. It's like you're kind of canceling out the benefits.
Well, so it's interesting. If you look at the long-term studies, people who do dry January, 6 months later, on average, they're drinking 1 drink less a week.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's this behavioral change that you sort of learn how to change your behavior and really, improve things in the long term. So even though you may have a little rebound because you're a mom of 2 early in February, if I looked at you in June and you did dry January, you're more likely to actually be drinking less. And, guys, this doesn't just apply to alcohol. So if you take a break from social media, the studies are showing you can actually have a 15 to 25% improvement 1 week off of social media in your sleep, your anxiety, your depression. So I really look at January as a time to go dry on any bad habits. For me, it's going to be online shopping. I'm just trying to take a break for a week.
Honesty. I love the honesty this morning.
Yes, this is the safe space for everybody to confess their habits. All right, Dr. Kohli, thank you so much. I'm going to start using that. I'm a mother of 2. I'm just going to start saying that to people.
You need a glass of wine.
Dr. Kohli, thank you. We'll be right back.